And we are back. Welcome to the second day of Euro qualifying in this international break after another day where we did have a couple of upsets, none more so than once again Hungary pulling off another fantastic result, this time winning away in Serbia. A game that I did say possibly could go that way given the fact that Serbia's players are in a little bit of disarray at the moment, but I did still think Serbia would get the win. But fair play to Hungary for pulling off yet another fantastic result. Before we get into today's video, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the daily uploads we've got for you this week, as there are fixtures every single day over the course of the international break. Let's get into today's action, and we kick off with Group A, and we start with Georgia against Spain. Today's only early morning, well, not early morning, but early kickoff. The 5 o'clock kickoff for today is Georgia against Spain. Now, Spain are quite low down in the table at the moment. However, that is because they had Nations League commitments during the previous international break, which means they have only played 2 games in this group so far. Georgia, on the other hand, are a side that we've spoken about a lot in recent times. They are playing some good football, and I think we're going to see a lot more of their under-21 side that did so well in the under-21 championship, promoted to the senior team for tonight's game. However, I think this is too much too soon for them. I think this is a game that Spain should be taking pretty comfortably, and rather disrespectfully, I'm going to go for 4-1 to Spain. I don't think Georgia are capable of pulling off a result tonight. I'm sure if they played to their absolute best they could, but I think it would be a real shock if Spain didn't get the win, especially after already failing to do anything against Scotland. Speaking of Scotland, the runaway leaders of this group, 4 games, 4 wins for them so far. They take on Cyprus in the return fixture of a fixture that we saw earlier on this year. That is because they did not have Nations League commitments, meaning that they could get their games done sooner, which is why they have played 4 games and Spain have only played 2. In the reverse fixture, it was 3-0 to Scotland, and what I'm going to go for this time is a 2-0 win to Scotland. I don't see the Cypriots doing too much, and if you are one of those Scotland fans that are enjoying the sunshine out in Cyprus right now, I hope you are having a good time. On to Group D, and very similarly to Group A, the first game is between a side that has only played 2 games, and the second game is a game that is a repeat of a previous fixture. But we'll start off with Croatia taking on Latvia. Again, shouldn't really be too much difficulty for Croatia tonight. We all know how good Croatia are in these international games, and Latvia just don't really have too much to offer in return, to be honest with you. I'm going to go for 4-0 to Croatia. It honestly could be more. I could see it being a bit less, but I think 4-0 is just about right for tonight's game. The other game sees Turkey taking on Armenia, again in a repeat of a fixture we saw in March. It was 2-1 to Turkey in the reverse fixture in Armenia. Now back at home, I'm expecting them to do an even bigger job, and I'm going to go for 3-1 to the Turks in that one. Finally, we then have Group J, a group that again consists of 6 teams, which means all of the games are being played at the same time. We start off with Bosnia against Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein still having failed to score in their opening 4 fixtures. Bosnia in desperate need of a result after what has been a pretty poor start to qualifying for them, but I expect it to go exactly that way as I go for a 2-0 win to Bosnia. The second game sees Luxembourg taking on Iceland. I think this is probably the closest game to call tonight. I think this is probably the game that has the most chance of going either way. I just look at the results and the form of these 2 sides, and I just think Luxembourg are going to take it. Iceland really have not been performing well over the last 2 or 3 years, and Luxembourg have pulled off some really good results recently. So I'm going to back Luxembourg to get it. I'm going to give it as a 2-1 win to Luxembourg. But as I say, this is probably the game where really it is the most risky one. I think Iceland are definitely more than capable of winning away in Luxembourg. But tonight, I don't see it happening. Finally then, we have Slovakia taking on Portugal. And where Liechtenstein have failed to register a goal, Portugal are yet to concede and have also scored 14 goals in their opening 4 matches, which is an incredible achievement. They come up against the Slovakia side tonight, which, again, are not playing the best of football at the moment. They are currently sitting second in the group. This is a battle of the top 2, but I just think Portugal are playing so well at the moment. Yes, they didn't have the best of World Cups, but they put that form aside when the last round of international fixtures came about, and I'm expecting them to do so again tonight, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Portugal, which will basically all but secure their qualification for the Euros at this earlier stage. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments for all of tonight's fixtures. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow morning where we'll be talking about England and Ukraine.